Hello and welcome to another update video about Cronos CRO. I started to look at it again now because we have possibly a complete 5-wave move to the upside, which gives us an interesting trade setup. I wanted to wait until we have 5 waves, and we have clearly 5 waves here on the OKX chart. That's the USDT chart, so I'm always a bit careful with USDT charts. The only problem is that USD, if I look at CRO USD, I really only have available the Coinbase chart, which I don't like because of these unreliable wicks. I had them on a few charts on Coinbase with other coins, so I always try to avoid, if I can, the Coinbase chart if I see these wicks, because you don't really see them on other charts. Then we've got here Cronos. I don't even know what that is. Is that provided by TradingView, I guess? That looks okay as well, but that looks very, very similar to that Tether chart that I just had. So I could, for example, use crypto.com here on Kucoin and look at this one, yeah, because we don't see those unreliable wicks. Normally I try to avoid Tether charts because of the frequent depegging of the US dollar. Even if it's only minor, I still try to avoid it. Now, if I look at this chart in this way, I can now identify 5 waves to the upside. So I can look at it in a way that I say we had a wave 1 to the upside, we had a wave 2 to the downside. It was actually a higher low, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to move that actually here. And we have 5 waves up. Yeah. And also that works with the internals of those waves. The question is only, do we have one more high to go here before we finish that wave 5 or not, which is a bit unclear. Because, for example, on the Coinbase chart, this is the low. Yeah, here you have a lower low here on the Coinbase chart, but on the majority of charts look like this. So I'm going for this way of labeling. Got 5 waves to the upside, and that means we could have, if I zoom out a bit, we could have this wave 1 now complete, which gives us an idea and a possible trade setup for the near future. And by the way, it is too early to say if Cronos has the bear market low in. Like with many other coins, it's way too early to say that. However, we can obviously look at it level by level and use those setups that appear on the smaller time frames, and then over time we will build a larger pattern that will allow us to say at some point that the bearish patterns become very, very unlikely, and that the bull market has probably started, but is way too early for that. Now, if this finished off a wave 1 and the top was here at 8.51 cents, we can say we are coming now down in this wave 2. Now, wave 2 support area, we can define that now, and it would be based on the area, or it would be the area between the 78.6% fib and the 50% fib level. Below the 78.6 fib, if the price gets into that region or below that region, yeah, it will get unlikely that this pattern is still a 1-2 setup. But at the moment it's looking okay. I mean, we reacted to the area between the 50 and the 38.2 fib. That is for an A wave okay. Oftentimes when you get, for example, a zigzag pattern, the A wave comes down quite impulsively, which it did in this stage. So we might very well look at an A wave here, currently a B wave, and then we might see that C wave to the downside eventually. And if we look at the B wave itself, let's highlight here the ideal target area. Oops, I need to use the Fibonacci retracements. And then you would normally say that a B wave, yeah, for a B wave, first level that is sort of likely for a B wave is the 38.2 fib level. That is at 7.6 cents, but it's not necessarily where I would want to enter a short trade, because then you're quite far away from the the stop loss. So ideally, this is an area where I personally would look at a possible short trade to trade the C wave. Yeah, this can go all the way up to the 78.6 fib. And I would not enter a short trade without a clear signal that the C wave has started, like a small 1-2 setup to the downside, because B waves can go up quite a bit. But if we say this was a 5-wave move down, then the B wave should normally be rather, let's say, shallow, so would not necessarily go to the 78.6, or at least not above that. If we have a flat pattern here, we also can get an overshooting wave B, which makes wave Bs so difficult to forecast. But yeah, I think in line with what many other cryptos are doing, we came down in an A wave. We're now probably moving up in a B wave and would then eventually come down in C. This is the moment of truth where we can look at, do we enter a larger bull market or at least have potential upside here in the third wave? Bear in mind, it could also be just a larger A wave to the upside, B wave down, and you trade the wave C. You won't know that until we see if this holds a wave 4 support. If the bulls can hold wave 4 support and put in a fifth wave rally, then we have a really, really good case to make that the bear market low was in. And then you get a larger ABC typically, and which would provide another entry opportunity. This is really, really early days. That's the first impulse in a while. And of course, it's still very early, but I think we have a good chance now to get into this wave B target area. Bear in mind, the 7.62 cent level might already be sufficient. It would be a weak wave B, however. Yeah, and that's my update about Cronos, crypto.com coin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.